So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is doing great. If you're new, welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I hope everyone's doing great. So I just came on here to have a quick word, kind of share something with you about some of my struggles that I kind of like encounter when I go to the Volta region. So there are some struggles that I don't know, it's something that I always seem to have an issue with when I go to the Volta region. So basically 3 things I've come up with so far. The first one is when you are going to the Volta region, it's kind of classed as a village because it's outside of the city, right? So some things are very difficult to get hold of. So if you are going to a village, I don't think it's just the Volta, it could be the northern as well, some parts of the eastern, also the west, and then so it varies. I think it's more the village side, of Ghana, where they struggle, where there's no much things going on over there, but one thing I would say is that when you are going to Ghana, so the first thing that I want to just let you guys know, and first thing that I have an issue with, guys, it has to be your credit and your phone. Like topping up your phone is a big issue for me. So the way it works is that Ghana is mostly MTN network, kind of overruled. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a lot of people use MTN. MTN is basically the mother of Ghana, okay? So they do have Airtigo, Airtel, they have Vodafone, which I use. I find MTN quite difficult to use. I don't know why, but I find Vodafone works for me. But then when I go to the Volta region, it kind of plays up quite a lot, and they don't tend to sell Vodafone credit. They don't tend to do Vodafone transfer on your phone for you to get credit, to do a bundle, to be able to use your phone. It's really, really hard. 95% of the time you cannot. Actually, that's even too low. 99% of the time you cannot get a Vodafone credit card, credit or a transfer. It's all MTN. So I always seem to have a problem trying to get credit to top up my phone in case I run out. And seriously, I've been driving around trying to find a place that does Vodafone in the Volta region, and it's just no joy at all. So the past 2-3 times I've come to the Volta region, that's what's been happening. So what I did this time around, for anyone who wants this tip, is to buy the credit enough to take with you, or maybe put transfer on your phone, and then use what you need to make a bundle, to make phone calls. Just make sure that you have enough credit on your phone so that when you go and you run out, you wouldn't have to be looking around places for Vodafone credit. So I've got my mask on because there are people kind of around me. I'm very cautious at the moment. So so make sure that you buy the credit and take it with you, and then you wouldn't have to be searching and worrying where to buy credit and stuff from. The network is also pretty bad, even with MTN. Even though MTN is dominant in Ghana and in the Volta region, network and trying to get a reception on your phone, trying to make calls, trying to get internet around in the Volta region, most places are it's really difficult unless you have the Wi-Fi. Even the Wi-Fi too is a problem, guys. It is a problem. So for me personally, that is one of the issues that I have, topping up my phone. So if you use Vodafone, for example, yes, get Vodafone credit before you travel outside of the city. Now, we come to Wi-Fi. Ghana's Wi-Fi, you have the router, and then you basically kind of like pay as you go and all that. And because it's in the village, it's quite difficult to get a connection at times. So I was using a Wi-Fi in a hotel, and even though it was just few doors, few rooms away from the reception, I just wasn't able to connect the router to my phone. So they pretty much had to unplug it and put it in my room. Which worked a little better, but at the same time there were times when connection was an issue, because they were saying it's because it was in the village and they don't really get much reception. So that was another thing that another issue that I had. The other thing as well is because right now that we still have corona isn't over with, just that a lot of people still go around. I'm not just talking about the Volta region, by the way. A lot of people still go around and not wearing masks and things like that, so just be very, very vigilant. Surprisingly, I did go to one of the banks, and in the bank they do make you put it on, otherwise you don't get in, which is quite good. But like, they don't think, they're not really bothered about corona and all that. So if you're a very cautious kind of person and you want to prevent certain things, or corona season as we are in, just make sure that you have enough mask with you and be prepared to put it on in banks and restaurants and places where it's required. The third thing that I can think of is yanking your camera out and just taking pictures and videos anyhow, anywhere. Let me tell you, I've been doing this vlogging for some time, taking pictures. I love taking pictures and videos anyway, regardless whether I'm vlogging or not. And when you go to a place where you are unfamiliar with, even if you've been to that place before, say for example you're coming from outside into a different country, you need to understand the culture of the people where you're going to. Where you come from, maybe it's normal for you to take your camera out and just take a picture anyhow, anywhere, with anyone. Nobody would mind. But there are people in certain parts of the country who, not just Ghana by the way, who are not very comfortable with having the pictures taken, especially if they don't know you. So for example, when I come to Ghana, I'm very cautious where I take pictures, where I take videos and stuff, especially if you do not ask for permission. Try and ask for permission, guys. I need to stress this out. Try and ask for permission if you want to take a picture. Even if you don't want to take a picture of somebody, say for example you go to a lake and the person is doing fishing, you want to take a picture of just the fishing in the area, the person is there, so they would assume you are recording them and not, so you just need to do a little communication thing with them and say, you know what, I'm not taking a picture of you, I'm just taking the picture of the surrounding. Or if you want to take a picture of the guy or whoever, just communicate with him and say this is what you want to do. If he's okay with that, then yeah, go ahead. If he's not okay with that, he will tell you. And sometimes some people, just because you communicate with them and ask, they try and help you and kind of like accommodate, help you out with your recording and stuff. But sometimes when you don't ask, people are very, very uncomfortable and get kind of like, what's the word? I know, you know what I mean. They get kind of apprehensive, like, what are you doing? Why is she taking a picture? Where's she taking the picture to? What is it for? And all that stuff. And, there are times that I've asked and a lot of people have said no, they don't want the picture. And I had to explain, it's not your face that I want in the picture, just what you're doing. So there are times you have to communicate, because if you just take your camera out and start taking a picture, it's not something some people are used to. So it is pretty frowned upon in a way. I was on a motorbike and I was videoing myself, and somebody walking past me thought that I was actually recording them. I don't know how they saw the angle of the camera, I don't know, but yeah. I had to explain that I was actually recording myself, you know. But yeah, it's something that happens, so just be very, very careful. Just bear in mind other people's you know, hey, my profile is not coming, other people's opinions and preferences, and yeah, something like that. So these are the 3 things that I find being an issue when I come to the Volta region, especially with the credit, especially if you want to be, you know, not vlogging, but you know, using the internet, you know, browsing and all that stuff. If you're in the Volta region for a few days and you don't have credit, whew, you are stuck. Like, since there's no Vodafone, but if it's MTN, you know, stalls everywhere where you can buy credit and top up. No problem with that. But if you use any other network, you're gonna struggle. So those are the tips that I have for you. If I have any more, I'm going to let you guys know. Anyone who has traveled to the Volta region or any kind of village and has experienced some difficulties and struggles in certain areas, and the ones that I've mentioned, and you have any tips and advice, please do let me know. Of course, I want to know, so that in the next time I don't have a problem. I know how to, you know, go about it. But yeah, if you guys have any tips, do let me know. Yeah, and I'm gonna, you know, see you guys sometime soon. Remember to subscribe, guys, and don't forget to like, share, and comment. Stay blessed. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.